I'm dedicating this video to Ubon Joe, who died 2 years ago in May 2023. Joe really was a moderator on ThaiVisa.com, which is now AZNnow.com. He helped me a lot with so many questions regarding my visa and work permit. He was a really friendly guy and really knowledgeable as well. May you rest in peace, Ubon Joe. In this video, the life of a Duri man will show you how to legally get a work permit without having a company business structure. I will provide steps on how to get a work permit based on marriage to a Thai national, where the business is operating via your Thai partner's personal name only. Most websites, YouTubers and even ChatGPT will tell you that it's mandatory to have a registered business structure or organisation in order to get a valid work permit. This is simply not correct, as I will show you in this video. Even this very nice guidebook written by the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration immediately states that businesses must have registered paid-up capitalisation of not less than 2 million baht. There is no mention of any other way or any other method of getting a work permit. Important point to make here is that when starting a new business, one doesn't really know if it's going to be a success or not. It's a huge effort, expense and risk to take on setting up a Thai limited company structure and registering for VAT. The alternative method of getting a work permit, as discussed in this video, avoids the necessity to initially start your small business using a company structure. Instead, you can set up the limited company a few years down the line. This is what my wife and I did several years after I obtained my work permit. I then proceeded to apply for Thai citizenship, and I'm in the program now and was able to apply using the work permit that I obtained without our business having a company structure. Since I applied for citizenship, I have chatted with another Westerner living in Chiang Mai who also obtained his work permit without having a company structure. I will be doing a video on Thai citizenship in the future. If you'd like to see this video, you can subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into the finer details. The method of operation suggested in this video is only suitable in a situation where a foreigner is married to a Thai national where they want to operate a small business together. Now, the opinions and suggestions in this video are not suitable for the following situations. Number 1, two married foreigners moving to Thailand to start a business. Say, for example, you've got two purebred German nationals that don't have Thai nationality. They come to Thailand, they want to manufacture gems, for example, and then they want to manufacture them and export them back to the mother country. They're definitely going to have to set up a limited company because my method will not work for them at all. Number 2, in a situation where you intend to set up a small business with your Thai partner, but you need the work permit urgently or immediately. This is the most salient point presented and will be discussed in a few minutes. I'll go into much more detail about this point. Number 3, where you and your Thai partner intend to start or operate a business that falls under the prohibited occupation list. So let's take a look at that list now. So here's that list of prohibited occupations. I'll let you read this. There's a link in the description below. I'm a marketing manager for our business, and I'll go a bit more into that in the next few minutes. We have arrived at the most important part of the video. The issues discussed in point number 1 here is what I talked to Ubon Joe about. So your Thai wife or husband will start and operate the business in his or her name for a minimum period of 1 year, or preferably 2, before you apply for your work permit. For example, what I'm saying is they will operate the business alone without your help or input. So the reason for waiting like this for 1 or 2 years is because if you go to the labour office and speak to the officer at the front desk, tell them you've just started your business without a company structure and that you want to apply for a work permit right away, what the officer is going to do is they're going to walk out to the boss in the back office to check this. They're going to come back 3 minutes later and they're going to say, basically, this is impossible, it's just not a viable option. You will be rejected from the start, and then you'll give up on your goal of getting a work permit and miss out on the dream of citizenship. So what I'm saying is, instead, let your wife or Thai partner or husband be the breadwinner. He or she will run the business by themselves, recruit the staff, pay the taxes, do everything themselves for the first year or 2. And during this time, regarding point number 2 here, you will not work. It is illegal to work without a work permit. Just live your life as you would normally. Do the school pickups if you have a kid, play golf, go to the beach, cook for your family, whatever it is you do, but just do not work at all, because if you get caught, you'll end up in an IDC prison or at worst deported. And this leads to sort of point number 3. Only after a year or 2 of your wife operating a business will you then apply for the work permit and submit the docs to the labour office. You might be asking, what's the difference between waiting a year or 2 as opposed to doing it at the beginning of starting the business? The theory is that by waiting a year or so, number 1, you'll be able to present 2 6-monthly tax returns for your Thai partner's tax ID. Number 2, you can register your own tax ID if you don't already have one. Lodge on your return if you have no taxes to pay and include this in the documentation to be submitted. Number 3, you will be able to present evidence of Social Security tax remittances for your staff. Number 4, you'll be able to beef up your supporting documents with the information I'm going to provide in the next few minutes. In this clip you can see all my documents clipped on the wall below my daughter's paintings. You will obviously have your own system in place, but let's now go through the forms and documents that you will have to submit a year or so after your Thai wife or husband operates the business by themselves. Here's a list of all the requirements for getting a work permit in Thailand. Let's go through each item. Number 1 is the WP25 form, and then it talks about 3 photos, 3x4 centimeter, and you must have a white background with those photos. Let's take a look at the WP25. Here it is. This form has to be written in Thai language, so you'll have to have your partner fill this out for you. Let's scroll down to the more important points. Permitted to stay in the kingdom until you need to put the date that your existing marriage visa expires. You get a yearly marriage visa, you'll have to put the expiry date on that. This video assumes that you've already got your marriage visa, and if you need help with that, I've done a video on how to get a marriage visa or an extension stay based on marriage, and I'll put that at the end of this video as a link. But yeah, just in this field, just put your expiry date of your current marriage visa. Alien registration book. This refers to the yellow book, which is issued to foreigners. If you have a yellow book, you definitely want to put that in here. Date of issue valid until. If you've got the yellow book, that means you can also apply for the pink card. I would put a copy of your pink card also with these documents, and a copy of your yellow book, but just put all your details in here for your yellow book. In section 2 here, you will tick the box in case of work permit application. Section 3, types of work applied. This is obviously going to depend on the type of business that you and your wife will operate together. Whatever you write here, you can't write a type of work that is going to fall under the prohibited list previously discussed. Most Westerners will probably put marketing manager here in English, and in Thai they'll write Pujagangan Talad. So get your partner to write that in Thai and English, because marketing manager is definitely the most common type of work that Westerners will apply when they're going for a work permit. In this section here, if you actually hold a professional license from your own country, you should definitely put detail in here and give a copy of the document when you submit all the documents. Section 3.2 is the name of employer. Now this relates to section 4.9 number 2, which is right here. A copy of a business license or certificate issued by a government agency certifying that the soon-to-be employer's business is registered, authorised to establish or legally approved. Document must also show category of business, if any. Now, to operate most business in Thailand, you're going to need to get approval from a government agency. Take, for example, a restaurant. I mean, you're going to need several licenses for a restaurant from Thai government departments. You're going to need a food license, a health certificate, liquor licenses. All these documents issued are going to help you get your work permit. They're all going to be in the name that you choose, that you and your wife choose when you first operate the business. This is going to be the name of employer for section 3.2 above on this form. The documents will legitimise your wife's business and are basically vitally important for you obtaining a work permit. This is the most important document of all, to be honest, in 4.9 section 2. Section 3.4 relates to the duration of work permit. Here you've just put 1 year. In the from date, you're going to put the date in which you actually walk into the office with all the documents and apply. The to date, in theory, you could put 365 days plus that from date, but they won't give that to you. When they issue the work permit, they'll just make it the expiry date of your marriage visa. So if you've only got like 9 months remaining on your marriage visa, they're just going to put that expiry date there. So you might as well just put the expiry date of your marriage visa there, because that's all you're going to get anyway. Number 2 relates to a copy of every page of your passport. Number 3, copy of your educational qualifications. I would include a copy of your academic records as well if I were you. Number 4 is the medical certificate. You'll have to go to a private hospital in Thailand a couple of days before you intend to apply at the Labour Office. Go to the hospital, they have the standard medical report. It's a one-page thing, the doctor signs. You'll have to get a blood test for syphilis, and some labour offices require a chest x-ray. Number 5 is the employment certification form, Form 46. Now your wife is going to fill this out in Thai language. She's going to actually sign this form. It's her form to fill out about the business and about you. So she will put the name of the business as discussed a few minutes ago. Right here, the name of business, name of employer. The address is going to be the same as the tabby and barn for your business, or wherever you have your business, the building that you have, the address. Now regarding the financial status here, your wife is going to fill out 2 tax returns, 2 6-monthly tax returns, which we're going to be discussing in a couple of minutes. Now, once you've done that via your accountant, you're going to just put the year there that you're reporting on, and you're going to add up the income from the 2 returns, and you're going to add up the tax for the 2 returns and make sure this is really accurate, because they're going to check this according to the tax returns that you give them. The total number of Thai employees, only the Thai employees that are registered on the Social Security system. Don't put part-time employees. You don't legally have to put them on this form because they're not contributing Social Security every month, so just put the full-time employees. Okay, here, particulars of employment. You're going to put all your details here. Types of work. Okay, if you intend to be a marketing manager, you should write advertising and marketing the business to foreigners in Thailand. That's what you can put here. She'll be writing this in Thai language, okay? Nature of work. Write here that you intend to use Google Ads and Facebook app to achieve marketing goals. All marketing will be in English and done by my husband. She can just write that in Thai. Here, the period is going to be, just put 365 days in this little spot here. Salary, wages. Now, if you are dreaming about citizenship, as you should be, that's going to happen in 3 years' time. After you get your work permit, you're going to pay taxes for 3 years. I highly recommend that you put this as high as possible. I would say 100,000 baht a month is safe, because with the citizenship program, they do raise that sometimes, and you don't want to be caught out there. So just 100K is the go per month. Put it there. And the business should pay you 100,000 baht a month, pay taxes on that for the next 3 years, and then you can apply for citizenship. And within 5 years of that, you're going to have a passport. But I'm going to do another video on citizenship coming up in the next month or so. We can talk about that later. You can fill out the highest education, all this sort of stuff. If you're married. This is an important one. Please specify the reasons for not employing a Thai national. Your wife's going to be writing this in Thai, as I've said before. She can sort of write something along the lines of, my husband can speak English and deal with our foreign customers. My Thai staff cannot speak English. My husband has experience of marketing, and I need him to deal with the language issues and help run the business accordingly. Just something simple like that. And she will sign here and date it. That's that form, very important form. Now we're up to number 6. Now, because we are applying for a work permit based on marriage to a Thai national where no company structure is required, number 6 through to 9 are not applicable. You don't have to supply these documents. Number 6 is a list of foreigners document. Number 7 is the company shareholders. Number 8 is the VAT tax. And number 9 is the copy of the current financial statements. All those documents from 6 through to 9 are not applicable in this situation, so you do not have to submit them to the Labour Department. But number 10 is definitely the most important one, and we'll deal with that now. 10 relates to the tax returns. I strongly recommend that you pay an accountant to do your tax returns rather than doing it online. Attach a receipt from the accounting firm showing that you paid the fees. Your wife should do 2 6-monthly tax returns. The first one is the Po Ngo Do 90, which should be prepared and submitted in February before the deadline in early March. And then the other one is the Po Ngo Do 94, which should be prepared in September and submitted before the October deadline. If you file these tax returns past the due date and pay a penalty, you could jeopardize your chances of getting the work permit. It's the same as the citizenship applications. You need to show these government officials that you're a model citizen. Number 11 relates to a letter being prepared as to why a foreigner needs to be employed instead of a Thai person. This is obviously specific to your wife's business, but again, I would be saying that your objective is to get more Westerners, and basically your staff cannot speak or write English. From the perspective of your wife, she could say that in the past 12 months since running the business by herself, it's been a bit annoying for her to have to leave her duties as a boss to go and constantly deal with all the foreigners just because her staff can't speak English. From the perspective of the Westerner applying for the work permit, you could write that, a few paragraphs basically proposing a new business model as to how you intend to get more foreign customers. Now, this next little bit of advice from me is not intended to be patronising or anything, but it's very important that this letter is written in Thai, basically using formal Thai language, i.e. the highest level of Thai words. So if your wife is uneducated and has the literacy level of a Thai taxi driver, for example, then I would be finding someone else to translate it from English to Thai. The reason is because this application is so uncommon that, you don't have the company structure. This might be referred up the line from basically the big boss at your office to the labour office in, headquarters in Bangkok. You should give yourself the best chance possible and make sure this letter uses the highest formal Thai language. So if you happen to know a doctor in your city or a highly educated person like a university professor, I would be going to them and just asking for their help for 1 hour and get this letter prepared in very formal Thai language. Number 12 relates to providing 3 months social security statements for your staff. When your wife starts the business, she will have to register all your staff on the social security system. She'll have to visit the SS office, which is basically above the Labour Department in the same building in most cities. Your wife can register with the social security e-service system and make the monthly contributions online. So for this work permit application, when you're getting all the documents together, you'll have to print out evidence of the past 3 months you can do it from the e-service system, preceding the date that you'll actually go to the Labour office to apply for your work permit. Number 13 relates to getting a copy of employee payroll for each member of your staff. We just get that from the accountant, and he provided us with an Excel spreadsheet, and you just fill that one out for each staff member. Number 14 is not applicable. It relates to a gem or jewelry business. Number 15 is providing a copy of the company job breakdown for each staff member. We just prepare this in Word and have a box with my wife's name in the top and her ID card, and then an arrow pointing to myself with a box with my name and my ID card, and then basically down from there all the members of staff, just a line with an arrow pointing to all the other staff members. Maybe you have a manager, that'll be the next one. Under them will be the other sort of employees. So it's just a sort of like a flow diagram with all your staff members and their ID cards. And you'll have to obviously give a copy of their ID cards as part of this. They can strike through it and put the date, say this is for, the name of the Westerners, work permit application. So get a copy of all their ID cards and attach it to this flow diagram. Number 16 relates to providing a map to where your business is located. You can use the same document as to the one you use for your extension stay based on marriage. It's just a simple map. Number 17 relates to signing a power of attorney document. Here's the power of attorney document. Now, this document is basically giving your wife the power of attorney to act on your behalf in relation to your work permit application. You'll have to go to an attorney's office and get 2 10-bar stamps and stick them in the top right-hand corner. And this document will be signed by you and your wife and 2 witnesses. Number 18, 19 and 20 are not relevant for your application for a work permit. Number 18 is referring to a letter from your company directors. Number 19 is the attorney's ID card. Number 20 is the foreign worker company notification form. All those 3 forms are not relevant for your application. There are 3 additional documents which I think you should actually submit also, and we'll call this 21, 22 and 23. 21 is the marriage certificate and the ID card for your wife. 22 is the contract of employment. In Thailand they call it the employment agreement. You can probably find a sort of Thai English version for free on the internet somewhere and download it. Put the start date as the date that you go to the Labour office to submit the documents, and you can put the expiry date as 365 days after the start date. They will then know that your intention is for your wife to continue employment past the expiry date of your marriage visa. As previously stated, the expiry date of your new work permit will match the expiry date of your marriage visa. This is a marketing budget that I knocked up in Excel because my job title for my work permit is Manager of Foreign Marketing. I think it's a really good idea to provide this sort of document to the Labour office because it shows that you're serious about your new position that you're about to undertake. You can create formulas here, see these formulas, and just input all your figures and it'll automatically add them up, and you can reuse this every year when you do your work permit renewals. To sum up, when applying for a work permit where your wife's business is not operating via a limited company structure, I speculate that your application will not be successful if you fail to provide any of the following 4 documents. A. We previously talked about your wife obtaining the necessary permits to legally run the business. For example, a restaurant requires a permit and a liquor license. Giving copies of these types of documents is vital for the success of your work permit application, and so are the 2 tax returns from your wife covering at least 1 year of operating her business prior to you applying for your work permit. In item C, your application must include the 3-month social security remittances for your staff, which you can easily print out from the e-service system. And item D is a marriage certificate for reasons previously discussed. I will be doing another video next month on applying for citizenship using this same work permit that was based on my wife's business not having a company structure. I only know one other guy in Chiang Mai who has already done this, so it's 100% legal, but it's uncommon and rare to be applying for a work permit using this method. I hope the information in this video has helped you. Thanks for watching.